Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a new weekly reading vlog. Today is Sunday, the 16th. Yesterday was my concert for my concert band and it went well. I'm tired. I've been very tired of last week. I'm just exhausted physically and mentally. It was a tough week. I'm feeling better today though, so that's good. Yeah, it is the afternoon. I haven't eaten lunch yet. And I have a lot of things I want to get done. So right after this clip, I'm going to go ahead and go eat. And then I need to take care of a couple of chores. And then I'm going to go in my sewing room and try to sew as much as possible. I did finish a book this morning, which was the very first damn thing from the St. Mary's Chronicles, book number 0.5. Which I talked about in last week's vlog. I closed the vlog with that one. So one book down. I have maybe, 6 more to go for my TBR. But we're still midway through the month. So I'm not too worried. I think it's going well. And I do have a couple of quick reads that I'm going to get to finish. I'm pretty certain. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good month. Yesterday evening or this morning, yesterday evening, I did manage to watch the Aurelium announcement video, and I'm trying to set things up for April quickly. And there are certain things that I just can't know in advance. So I don't know yet. And also I don't want to put in like my TBR when I don't know if I'm going to finish all of the buzzword prompts, all of the year and Ilja prompts. Usually I roll them over and I don't want to have to cross things out if I don't manage to get to those books. So I'm going to wait for a bit. But I do have an idea of where I'm going, what I want to do with the Aurelium this year. So that's good. I want to make some progress this week in Un baiser au goût de fin du monde, which is my book club pick for my Facebook group. And it is in French. It means a kiss with an end of the world taste. I am not enjoying this that much. I'm 100 pages in. It is 370 pages. Well, romance isn't really my jam, but there's a lot of things that are confusing to me in here. I'm not really enjoying it. The writing, the characters, there's a lot of things that are bothering me, but I am going to go through it quite quickly. It does read really fast. So I'm not too worried. Our discussion is next Saturday, on the 22nd. So I have all week to finish this, but I am going to try to prioritize it because I do need to put down some questions in order to get that discussion going. So yeah, I want to finish it a little bit earlier than the actual day of the discussion and then the next one I'm prioritizing is Goddess of the River, which I'm really enjoying. I'm on page, I think, 116. So well into this. I'm a fourth through a third, and I'm really enjoying it. I love Vaishnavi Patel's writing so much. The retelling of these myths is fascinating to me. So yeah, I'm having a great time with this. I don't know where it's leading though with like the last part that I did read, because it was the end of part 1 out of 4 parts. So I'm curious to see where it's gonna lead. But I'm trusting the author. And then I'm not sure which one I'm going to pick up next. It will depend. I do have another book in French that I want to read, which is going to be a quick read. And then I want to save That Time I Got Drunk and Saved the Demon for last. I want it to be the last book I read in March, because I need that to be a prompt for book number 2. Because one of the prompt in Aurelium is to read a book that has like a same word in the title from like your last book title. So That Time I Got Drunk, and that's basically 6 words that I can copy and paste so into like the next book. So if that's the last book I read in March, then I can start April with that prompt and read book number 2, which is That Time I Got Drunk and yeeted a love potion at someone. A werewolf. Is that it? Something like that. So book number 2 would be the first book of April and would be fulfilling the prompt that I need for Aurelium. One of the prompts that I need for Aurelium. So that's what I'm planning to do. And other than that, I don't know. I'm going to go with my feeling, what I want to get into. I don't know. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. So far, it's those books. I do want to catch up on Matchup though. So I might just make some progress in this and see from there. I might just really get into it. When I do start reading this book, I do tend to be very obsessed and focused into these Robin Hobb stories. So that might happen as well. I don't know right now for sure. So anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling because I'm hungry and I want to eat. I need coffee. So yeah, and get rid of these chores I need to finish, and so I can quickly go to my sewing room. I still have a lot of fabrics to cut. I would love to start sewing like tomorrow. That would be my main goal. So we'll see. All right, I'll see you a little bit later.
Stand up, sit down, every day stuck in the same round, yeah, feels like it's out of our control. Punch in, punch out, swimming in debt till we all drown, yeah, no, I can't take it anymore. Too numb to be bitter, too gone to be triggered, think I need to switch up, so let's have an existential crisis. Everything's on fire, so we go back to our devices. Forget that we're alive if we just take the whip and ride it. Things will be alright, maybe we're dying, but it's fine. Yeah, yeah. High stakes, bad luck, tired of turning up tough love, yeah. When will we ever catch a break? Too late, time's up, falling behind, feeling so stuck, yeah. Praying that things will finally change. Too numb to be bitter, too gone to be triggered, think I need to switch up, oh. Let's have an existential crisis. Everything's on fire, so we go back to our devices. Forget that we're alive if we just take the whip and ride it. Things will be alright, maybe we're dying, but it's fine. Yeah, yeah. If we just take the whip and ride it, things will be alright, maybe we're dying, but it's fine. Why is my life always an uphill battle? Race on the highway, but I find a standstill. Changing my mindset just to feel alive. We're dying, but it's fine. Let's have an existential crisis. Everything's on fire, so we go back to our devices. Forget that we're alive if we just take the whip and ride it. Things will be alright, maybe we're dying, but it's fine. Yeah, yeah. your silhouette in the backlight. Swear we could have met in a past life. Treating every night like the last time. So I end all my days with you. Yeah, we should share a backseat in a taxi to get home. No need for either of us at this point to sleep alone. 'Cause I don't like ending my days with you. You can waste my time if that's what you wanna do. Oh, I don't mind if all that you say is not true. No, I don't mind. I just wanna end all my days with you.
Hey everyone, it is Monday. Yes, I'm updating this on a Monday during the day. Who am I? What is going on? I finished early. Teaching today was my very short teaching day. So I got a couple of things done this morning, then ate lunch and came back home. I stopped at the grocery store for supper for the next couple of days because I am going to be arriving later these next 3 days. We have a staff meeting tomorrow. It's band practice on a Wednesday, and then on Thursday I do have an appointment with my chiropractor. So yeah, life is lifing, but we did plan ahead, so that's good. I didn't manage to read anything else yesterday. I did cut some fabric until late in the evening, and I didn't read at all. I wasn't really feeling it, and by the time I went to bed, I was feeling very, very sleepish, and I did need to get up early, so I didn't actually get to read. But I am hoping to be able to get some pages done today, either this evening or this afternoon. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I am going to be listening to some booktube while I cut some more fabric. The goal is to finish cutting all of the fabric I have left today. That's my main goal. After that, I want to just like count down all of the hours I have left, how much time it's gonna take me to sew everything that I actually have right now. It's gonna take a little while because I do have a lot, and every apron takes 2 hours to sew and 45 minutes to an hour for every book sleeve. So I just want to know what's realistic for me for the next 3 weeks. So there's that. I am going to be picking up this book because I do want to get another 100 pages in, and it does read fast, so that should be good. And then we'll see. I might just try and finish this one quickly as well, which also reads fast. So that's going to be for today. But I'm trying to make the most of this afternoon because my son hasn't come back from school yet. I am cooking supper this evening, so I will be stopping at around 4:30. It is currently 2:15. So I have a good 2 hours and 15 minutes ish, depending on how long I'm taking to film this clip before I get up and get in the kitchen. But yeah, afterwards I will be definitely reading and probably cutting some more fabrics, but also reading. So yay. I'm not going to be doing another B-roll of me cutting some fabric because like it's beginning to be a little bit redundant, I think. And I don't want this to be redundant. So I'll see you in the next clip, hopefully with some reading updates to give you, which I don't have right now. But yeah. So I've got my water bottle, I've got my books, I've got my coffee, and I'm ready to go and start working. So on that note, I'll see you a bit later. Hey everyone, it is now Friday evening. I had a very, very tough week. I remember updating on Monday, and that was pretty much the only day I managed to update the vlog and read and do anything for this vlog. I did cut up some more fabric. I still have some more left, but most of it is done. So I'm gonna be focusing on that tomorrow. But this evening, I really, really need to focus on reading because I was not able to make any progress in this. Unfortunately, I didn't make any progress in any book at all, actually, which is a shame. I had a very rough week. Yesterday was really, really rough for me mentally, mostly. And yeah, I a lot got to me, and like I don't want to get into it, but yes, it was school related, but yeah, there was just a lot. And I was very emotional. It was hard for me to deal with all that stuff. So, yeah. Today I decided that I wanted to go out because tomorrow morning my son doesn't have cheerleading again because there's another big competition, which means he doesn't have class. This is going to be ending soon because once he's in a competitive team, that's not going to be happening, and we're going to be actually participating in those competitions. But for now, I'm just going to make the most of it. So yeah, since we're not going out tomorrow, I did have some errands to run. I decided to just go out and run some errands during this evening. So I came back home after school and we went back to the mall, got some shampoo, and we got some books. So I've got my son 2 books. They're comic books, and they are from a French author. It's called Les Légendaires, and from what I've seen, it's not translated in French. He told me he wanted to start collecting them because at the library, they're always lent out. A lot of his classmates borrow them from the library, and they're really obsessed with these books, and he doesn't have any of those books left for him to read. So he asked me to buy them and start collecting that series. Who am I to say no to that request from my son? So I was really, really proud. So we bought him the first 2 volumes, and then I got myself some books. So first of all, I did buy 2 books online because I knew I was going to need them soon. So the first one is Siege and Storm, which is book number 2 of Shadow and Bone. And I do want to continue my dedicated vlog, and I want to make some progress in that. So I bought this one, and obviously I bought Ruin and Rising, which is book number 3 of the whole trilogy. So I bought those 2, and then I just browsed before picking up any other book, and I did see that they had this one on stock. I did read it already. This is book number 2 of the Farseer trilogy, which I've read in 2024. But since they've been re-editing these books into this edition, which is the UK cover, I really wanted to own them. And I bought Assassin's Apprentice as well as Assassin's Quest, but I didn't yet buy Royal Assassin. And I saw it on the shelves, so decided to get it. So this one is going to go directly onto the shelves next to the rest of that trilogy. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I am happy that I got those books. I'm still confused for another book that I want to buy that I'm going to be buying, I think, on my reader. But there's just so many editions of this book. So for one of the prompts for the Aurelium readathon, there's a prompt where it is to read a book with a musical term in the title. And I decided to go with The Phantom of the Opera, which is one of my favorite plays ever. I went to see it on Broadway with my mom when I was 19, and I was awestruck at how amazing it was. I watched the movie afterwards, which I hated. I did not like the movie at all, but I never read the book. So I thought this was the perfect occasion to actually pick up that book. But on the Kobo site, there's just so many different editions, and I'm just confused and I don't know which one to pick. One of the edition is at $8.99, and a lot of the other editions are at $1.99, like $2 for a book. I'm just confused as to know what is the difference between each of these editions. So like I don't know. Is there more things in one book? Has it been like re-edited as in like the text? I don't know. I'm just confused. I don't know which one to pick. If I can save up a lot on that book, I'd be happy, but like I don't know which one to pick. So I don't know. I might just wait until the last minute for that one. But yeah, anyways, I'm not going to be reading it right away. So yeah, we left and got coffee. I'm sorry, I just gone. So I look very, very tired. I'm not crying or anything. I'm just very sleepy. I'm just exhausted mentally and physically. But I got some coffee and I'm gonna try to read. I need to read a good 100 pages of this at least, and then finish up the rest of the 100 pages tomorrow morning, like ASAP, because I've got my book club discussion tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I do have time, but still, and I do want to get ready with questions and stuff. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wing it also, but yeah, I'm a bit scared to be honest. And also I'm not really liking this book, so that's not helping. I'm glad I borrowed it at the library though. I am going to have to renew that length because I'm gonna have to renew the book because it is due tomorrow. So to like just to be sure. Yeah. My son's books are also due tomorrow, so I might just renew them as much as possible. Hopefully no one else reserved it. But yeah, I am going to stop rambling and start reading. Yeah, the goal is to hit another 100 pages. I'm on page 101 right now. So let's try to get to the 200 page mark. And afterwards, I'll only have 170 pages, 175 pages left, 78, 79, 179 pages left afterwards. So I don't know. I might just cut it in half and read 135-ish pages. I don't know how long I'll go reading because as you can see, I am quite tired. I'm trying my best and trying to speed read it. I was reading it quite quickly, so I know I'll go through a good chunk of it this evening, but I just don't know how much. So I'm gonna leave you at that. Put on some nice music or ambience or something and read, and then I guess I'll see you tomorrow with some updates, a B-roll or something. And yeah, all right. I'll see you later.
can feel the love in your heart. I can see it in the way that you smile. I can feel the love in your heart. I can see it in the way that you smile. Feel the love in your heart. The way that you smile. Feel the love in your heart. The way that you smile.
Hey everyone, it is now Saturday, almost 4 o'clock, I think. So I'm going to close this vlog here. I just finished my live discussion with my book club with my Facebook group. So I did manage to finish this book. I read through it. Maybe it took me 2 hours and a half-ish. I was reading like 100 pages an hour, which is very rare for me. I usually read 1 page per 2 minutes. Like that's usually my page count speed. But yeah, I read this in a very short amount of time. I did not like this. It didn't get better. It got worse, if I can say. So this got a 2 stars for me. And yeah, it is a series and I'm definitely not going to be picking up any of the next books. I want to say I was disappointed, but not that much. I'm disappointed that the first book that I picked for that book club was a book I didn't appreciate, but I didn't really have any expectations coming into this. I was confused with the language. I was confused. So there was a big clash between the writing and like the narration type of writing and the dialogues, because it kept switching into like a familiar language and a more formal, is it the word, sophisticated language, if you may. And I hated that. And I feel like the editor actually pushed the author to do that, because I feel like it was trying to appeal to other French readers around the world, not just in Canada. And I hated that. There are very specific expressions that we use here to talk about a boyfriend or a girlfriend romantically. And they used the Quebec version of that expression, but they didn't use it for like friends and like a lot of other words. So yeah, that bothered me too so much. I hated that. I just really hated that. And also I felt like there was no character development. Well, there was, but not really. They were just trying to open up. And then once they were opened up, they were in this kind of mental state where they're like, okay, but I'm not really sure about myself and I'm self-doubting, but like, I really like you, but I'm also really self-doubting. Oh, do you really, really like me? Because I'm not sure, because like, I don't think you really, really like me, but even if you said it like 2 minutes ago, I'm not really sure, but are you sure? Can we stop with that? Like, that is like typical high school behavior. And I hate it. I hate it because they're not supposed to be in high school. I feel like the author was trying to talk about like this story of these teenagers in a high school environment with a high school-esque story, but they wanted an older audience, so they put them in college instead. But it was not like typical college behavior, and it was bothering me a lot. Like a lot. Yeah, no, I didn't buy it. I didn't buy like the ex-girlfriend thing. I didn't buy her. She was supposed to be very superficial and hollow, and like, yes, but at the same time, there was such an incoherence in her character, as well as the others, but her in particular, because if she's that hollow, she won't care. Like, she's not gonna go ahead and do something. Like, she needs a personality to get revenge and to want revenge. And you have not shown us that she has a personality. She just doesn't. So I had a very hard time to believe that. A lot of things were very, very convenient for the story, for something to happen. And it was like, yeah, no. A lot of things were cheesy. I would have not be bothered by the cheesiness of it if it wasn't for the rest of it. Which really bothered me. So yeah, no, I didn't like all of that. It was terrible. The ending was horrible. Like, that ending was not necessary. Why did you do that? I don't get it. I don't understand it. It made no sense. It was incoherent for everything. So yeah, 2 stars. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be continuing this series. Definitely not. I really didn't like it. So That is all for me right now because I do need to leave for the grocery store and start the new vlog. So thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in the next one.